People keep asking me the same question time and time again. Kev, what exactly is it that I should go out and buy to resell to make a profit? And I get it. You want me to give you a magic list of things to go and buy. You want me to say, go and buy old teapots, old cameras, vintage clothes, clothes of a certain brand, vintage toys, whatever. That's what you want me to say. You want me to give you the exact items, tell you exactly how much to pay for them, so that you know you can make a profit. Well, I've got to be honest with you, that's not the way this game works. And in this video, I'm going to explain why and what you really need to be doing. You see, I can't give you a magic list, but you can make your own. That's the real skill, and that's where the money is. If you want to make money buying and selling stuff, you have to educate yourself. You have to train your eye, and you have to know what something is going to sell for before you actually buy it. So how do you do that? Well, you have to do research. So let me give you an example. Start off with something that you know a bit about. We all know something about something. And in this example, I'm just going to use men's shirts. Say you're a man and you like buying your shirts from the brand Next. Okay, so what you do is you get yourself on eBay, all right? It's totally free. You don't even need an account, although I recommend that you open one if you want to be in the reselling game. So you get yourself on eBay and you type in the search bar, men's shirts from Next, something like that. Hit the button and it will come up with thousands of listings, all right, from people that are selling men's shirts from the brand Next or from the retailer Next. You can adjust your search for example, used shirts, long sleeve shirts, a particular size. And if you carry on looking at those filters, near the bottom, you'll also see that you can filter in for sold items only. That's the one you want. So you click on that, sold items only, and then it will come up with this whole new search with a lot less listings than it was showing you before. And there'll be shirts from Next with long sleeves in a particular size, if that's what you put in, and what's sold. Now, when you're on that page, the default setting is what's sold soonest, so what's recently sold. So you can sort it by what were the highest price of the items that sold, or what were the lowest price of the items that were sold. Now, what I'd suggest you do is sort it by the highest price items. Okay, then you'll get this list come up, and you can see what the highest value of that Next shirt that you put in. Now, this is just an example. Please don't say to me, Kev, I don't want to sell Next shirts. This is an example. So you sort it from the highest price down, and you'll get a good idea. If you look through these listings, you'll get a really good idea of where the prices are, where the average is, but more importantly, which shirts sell for the highest price. And what you'll probably find is there's a certain type of style or design or colour or size, something like that, that makes the highest price. Okay, you need to make a note of this. You need to make a mental note of this and understand exactly what these items are selling for. And you know, you need to put some work into this. This takes some effort, okay? But it's interesting. I love doing research. That's part of the job that I absolutely love doing. Then when you go out on your sourcing, you go out looking around charity shops or boot sales or wherever it is you're going to be doing your buying. Maybe you'll be buying from Vinted. Maybe you'll be buying off of eBay. But you will know when you see these certain types of men's Next long sleeve shirts, what sort of money they're going to sell for. You'll know if it's a really plain one, just a plain colour, you'll think, oh no, they only make £5–10. But if it's like, I don't know, maybe a Larry one with flowers all over it or pictures of clowns on it, whatever, you think, oh, that's one of those, that's the type that was selling for really good money. They were the most expensive ones. They were selling for about £20–25. And when you know that, when you get that into your mind, when you're out and about buying, you'll be able to spot them. Look at the price tag, and if it says £5, buy it. Just buy it and get it listed. That's how you teach yourself value in particular items. I'm just talking about one item. It can be any item at all. As I say, I'm just using shirts as an example. You see, this makes your buying decisions really simple. When you can look at an object and just know what it's going to sell for, the buying decision is made so easy, because then you just look at the price. If it's within your criteria, in other words, if it's cheap enough for you to buy it and make a decent profit, you just buy it. You already know what it's going to sell for. And you can do this with pretty much any item. We never used to be able to do this years ago. There wasn't when I started, there wasn't the internet. You couldn't check up on prices and stuff like that. Now it is so easy. I can't tell you. It's absolutely fantastic. We've all got it at our fingertips. We can learn, we can educate ourselves. We can find out exactly how much things are worth. And that's what you have to do if you want to be a reseller. If you see these videos of people, the resellers doing car boot hauls or charity shop hauls, you might even go to a car boot and see someone walking around with a trolley full up with gear. They're probably resellers. And the reason their trolley's full up with gear is not because they're just going around picking everything up and buying it and putting it. They're going around and they're seeing things that they know they can make a profit on. They're asking the price. If it's the right price, they're buying it, they're putting it in their trolley and they're moving on because they've got the knowledge up here. They've learnt it. They've educated themselves. They've repeated, iterated. That's how you got to do it in this game. There is no magic list. But what you do is you build your own magic list. Okay? So you do this with one item. When you're practiced with that, then you can go on to another item, even another niche, another genre, whatever. But you build your own knowledge and expertise. Nobody is going to be able to give you a list and say, this is what to buy exactly, and this is exactly how much to pay for it. It's not going to happen. It takes time, it takes work, and it takes effort. If you can't be bothered to do it, keep yourself out of the reselling game, because you'll end up losing money. But if you can do it and you enjoy doing it, that's the most important thing, then you just keep building your magic list. You just keep on building it. That is how you grow a successful reselling business or hobby, call it whatever you want. That's how you get good at knowing what to buy. You won't have to ask me or anybody else, what should I buy? Once you learn how to do this research, you then start getting instincts. You'll see similar products, not exactly the same as what you've been researching, but they're in a similar niche or similar field. You'll have a quick look at those and you think, oh yeah, they're worth buying as well. And your list just builds up. You start getting a gut instinct. I can walk into a car boot sale, a charity shop, and I can have a quick glance round and I'll be able to spot 2 or 3 things, however many, depends what they've got in there, that have got value in them. Okay, I can see it and I can think, yeah, I know what they sell for. Go up, have a look at the price. If they're asking silly money, waste of time, I walk away. That's not what I'm going to buy, even though it's the item that I want to deal in. If I can't buy it for the right money, it's no good to me. I'm not a collector. I walk away and I go and look for something else. This is the instinct that you'll get if you train yourself, if you spend a bit of time and invest in yourself. You'll make mistakes. Of course you will. Everybody does. I have made so many mistakes. I'd like £1 for every mistake I've made in the past. All right. But that's all part of the process, the growing process, the learning process. And it doesn't matter what it is you're learning. Let's be honest. All right, guys. So my message here is there is no magic list unless you make it yourself. And that's exactly what you've got to do. I love it. Some people hate it. Well, why get in the business? Why watch this video? If you're watching the video still, this is obviously resonating with you and you're interested in it. Something that you're interested in. If you want to grow even quicker and you want to get on a video call with me, we can talk about it, find out what it is, what your niche may be possibly. The link's in the description below. You can book a video call with me. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.